Hey everyone, welcome back to the deep dive.
It's great to be back.
So today we're going to dive into something that's,
Kind of fascinating.
yeah, absolutely. These little pairs of words that,
We use all the time, but maybe don't always think about.
right,
And I'm talking about correlative words.
exactly. They can make a real difference in
Mhm.
how we communicate, make things clearer, more interesting.
For sure. And we've got some really interesting examples to work with today.
We do.
So basically, our mission today is to figure out,
How these correlative conjunctions really work.
yeah, and not just understand them, but how can we actually start using them more effectively?
In everyday conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can we actually level up our communication game just by being more mindful of these little word pairs?
I think so. I really do.
Okay, so
Where do we start?
let's start with a really common one, both and.
Okay.
I feel like everyone uses this one.
Yeah, it's pretty intuitive.
It's when you want to emphasize that two things are true or involved. Right, like both the weather and the traffic made me late for work.
Both the weather and the traffic made me late for work.
Exactly, you're hitting both points right there.
Right, and it's a much smoother way of saying it than the weather made me late and also the traffic was bad.
Yeah, that sounds so clunky.
Oh, what?
Okay, so how about another example?
All right, let's see. He's both a talented musician and a thoughtful friend.
Ooh, I like that one. He's both a talented musician and a thoughtful friend.
So you're highlighting two great qualities about this person.
Then giving them equal weight.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about not only but also
Oh yeah, this was fun.
it's like you're adding this extra layer of information.
And there's almost like a surprise element to it.
Right, like it's building on the first statement.
Yeah, she's not only fluent in Spanish, but also knows a bit of Italian.
Wow, impressive. She's not only fluent in Spanish, but also knows a bit of Italian.
Wow, impressive. She's not only fluent in Spanish, but also knows a bit of Italian.
So you're not just saying she's good with languages.
You're taking it to another level.
Okay, I've got one. The new coffee shop offers not only great coffee, but also delicious pastries.
The new coffee shop offers not only great coffee, but also delicious pastries. Sign me up.
Right, it's like they've got it all.
It makes it sound so much better than just saying they have coffee and pastries.
Oh yeah, way more enticing.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about either or.
Right, either or. This one's all about choices, right?
Yeah, you're presenting two options or alternatives.
Like a fork in the road.
Exactly. So you might say you can either pay by card or with cash.
You can either pay by card or with cash. Simple as that.
Super clear and straightforward.
Or how about when you're making plans, either we go to the park or we stay home and watch a movie.
Either we go to the park or we stay home and watch a movie. Tough choices.
Right, it really lays out the options.
And sometimes those options are mutually exclusive.
True, meaning you can only choose one.
Okay, so now let's talk about the flip side of that.
You mean neither nor.
Exactly, when both options are a no-go.
Ah, yes, the double negative.
It can be so handy, though.
It can, for example, neither my brother nor I like spicy food.
Neither my brother nor I like spicy food. We're both wimps when it comes to spice.
It's a shared aversion.
I love that word, aversion.
Me too. Okay, let's try another one. He neither drinks coffee nor tea in the morning.
He neither drinks coffee nor tea in the morning, so what does he drink?
Right, it makes you wonder.
Maybe he's a juice person.
Could be. Okay, so let's move on to one that introduces a bit of uncertainty, whether,
Whether or, oh yeah, this one's all about possibilities and doubt.
like when you're not quite sure what's going to happen.
Exactly. I'm not sure whether it will rain or not.
I'm not sure whether it will rain or not. Classic weather dilemma.
Right. Will I need an umbrella or not?
I know.
Sometimes you can even drop the or not part.
Yeah, it's implied.
Like, she couldn't decide whether to accept the job offer or look for something else.
She couldn't decide whether to accept the job offer or look for something else. Such a tough spot to be in.
Totally. Life is full of choices.
Okay, ready for another correlative pair?
Bring it on.
How about as, has?
Oh yeah, this one's all about comparison.
Right, you're showing that two things are equal in some way.
Like the bus is as crowded as the subway this morning.
The bus is as crowded as the subway this morning. Sounds like rush hour.
Ugh, I can just picture it.
Okay, I've got one. This new phone is as easy to use as my old one.
This new phone is as easy to use as my old one. That's a good sign you don't want to have to learn a whole new system.
Definitely as keeps things nice and simple.
Okay, let's move on to such that.
All right, such that this one really emphasizes the intensity of something.
Yeah, and how it leads to a specific outcome.
Right, like it was such a long meeting that everyone was exhausted afterward.
That was such a long meeting that everyone was exhausted afterwards. I've been there.
Oh yeah, those meetings can be brutal.
Okay, another example. She's such a talented artist that her paintings sell out quickly.
She's such a talented artist that her paintings sell out quickly. Her talent is off the charts.
That such really adds that extra oomph.
It does. Okay, ready for a fun one?
Always?
How about no sooner than...
Ooh, no sooner than. This one's all about timing.
Yeah, things happening in quick succession.
Like, no sooner had I sat down than the phone rang.
No sooner had I sat down than the phone rang. Talk about bad timing.
The worst.
Or how about this? No sooner did he hear the news than he started celebrating.
No sooner did he hear the news than he started celebrating. Sounds like good news.
It does. And notice how the word order changes a little after no sooner.
You're right. The auxiliary verb comes before the subject.
Exactly. It's a quirky little grammar rule.
Okay, one more cause and effect pair so
This one's a classic.
it's all about the consequences.
Like he was so nervous that he forgot his lines.
He was so nervous that he forgot his lines. Oh man, stage fright is real.
It is. Okay. Last example. The coffee was so strong that it kept me awake all night.
The coffee was so strong that it kept me awake all night. I need to know where they get their coffee.
Right, that's some serious caffeine.
Okay, and finally, let's wrap things up with rather than.
All right, rather than the preference expressor.
Yeah, when you want to make it clear what you'd prefer.
For sure, like I would rather walk home than wait for the delayed bus.
I would rather walk home than wait for the delayed bus.
I feel that. Especially if it's a nice day.
Totally. Okay, last one. She'd rather have a quiet evening in than go to a loud party.
She'd rather have a quiet evening in than go to a loud party. Sometimes you just need a chill night.
Absolutely.
So there you have it.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have both and. Not only, but also either or, neither nor, whether or, as such that no sooner than, so that, and rather than.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
But hopefully it's been eye-opening too.
Definitely. I feel like I have a whole new appreciation for these little word pairs.
Me too, and I hope our listeners do too.
Yeah, next time you're listening to a podcast or just chatting with friends, pay attention to how often these co-relative conjunctions pop up,
You'll be surprised how common they are.
and then try using them yourself.
It might feel a little awkward at first.
But like anything, practice makes perfect.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe it'll even make you a more persuasive communicator.
Food for thought.
Indeed. Until next time, happy deep diving.
And keep those co-relative conjunctions flowing.
Absolutely.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.